here's my review of this week's Chuunibyou Demo Koi Shitai episode 4. So let's get into this. I really like this episode a lot. It was a good episode. It was a good episode. More funny things just having to happen in this, and now we know the reason why Nibutani joined the group. So this is interesting, and this will be fun to see how this all will go down. So let me give the brief summary of what was going on, and then give you all my opinions and my favorite moments in this episode. So basically, what's going down is that Nibutani ends up asking Togashi if she can go to his house, and Togashi's like, well, like, what's the occasion exactly? And she's like, I don't know, I just want to go over there with you and stuff. And he's like, oh my goodness. And so he's all thinking like in the game, like those Muay games you play about the love and stuff. He's like, you're skipping steps here, man. You're skipping steps here. Like, we're going too far. We're going too fast. We're going too fast. And so he's like, okay, I gotta hurry this out. And so they end up going to his house. And so she's sitting there, he's all nervous and trying to talk to her, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna get some tea. I'm gonna make some tea. And so he ends up leaving. He's like, oh my god, I'm nervous. Oh my goodness, like, this is freaking crazy. And so he's trying to make the tea, and all the while he's still hearing some noise. And he's like, what the heck is this? What's going on here? All the while, oh, by the way, Nibutani is in his room. So he hears all this noise, and he's like, what's going on? And his family's not out. His family's out for right now. So they'll be there for a while by themselves. So he's like, okay, what's going on here? And so he ends up going to his room, and then all we see is freaking Nibutani. She checked up his entire room. His room was clean before she came in there. But after he came back, and his room was just destroyed. Like, he came in, he's like, I'm gonna finish making that tea. Close the door, and he's like, what the heck is she doing? And so that's why then he ends up going on this balcony area where he has, and then he ends up looking in his room, because, you know, the glass screen, he can see through his room. And so he's looking in there, and we see Nibutani looking for something, and he's like, what the heck is going on? And so he ends up finding this box that has like the seal on it, and she's like, some secret seal. He's like, what the heck is this? And she's about to open it, and he's like, no! He jumps up in there, and he's like, don't open it. And so she's like, where's the freaking Mabinogian book? Because apparently, it's that book that Dekamori has, basically, that she like worships and used every day and stuff, and she wanted that back, and she didn't know where it was, but apparently Togashi had it in his room, and so that's why she wanted to come to his house, to his room, to go check and find that book, basically. Because apparently what that book is about is that Nibutani made that book when she had the 8th grade syndrome. So she was just like them. And so she was like, oh, you can see the fairies and stuff. Like, some dumb crap. She was on some bull crap, too. She was on the same bull crap as the rest of them. And so she's like, no, I want that book eradicated. It needs to be gone. And he's all reading the book. And she's like, no. And so acting stupid, too. And he's like, I know this reaction because I know how this feels. And so she ends up taking the book, and they end up burning it. And that's when Dekamori are coming, and she's like, okay, where's the book at? She's the book that's burned. But the problem is that Dekamori loved that book so much. She loves how it's written and everything, and she apparently had, like, she was talking to this person with this username of, like, something fairy or something like that. I can't remember exactly the username it had, but apparently that was Nibutani. And so, but the thing is, she don't believe that's Nibutani, because Nibutani's like, that's me. That was the one that's talking to us. I'm the one that wrote that book. He told her this, and she's like, you didn't write this book. You just a freaking useless mortal. You didn't write this book. And so she's getting mad, like, just tell me the book. And she's like, headbutt her. And no, it didn't work. Apparently her head's like made of steel. Freaking Dekamori. Nibutani hurt her head. She's like, what's wrong with her? And so she can't even do anything. And the thing is, the problem is, even though they burnt that one book, she had like an array of those books because she loves that book so much. Like, she knew this event could happen. That's why she made tons of copies of it. And so now she's like, I don't even know what to do. And so then they come up with a plan. Apparently Nibutani is gonna go one-on-one against Dekamori. And so they end up actually fighting. You know how they fight with little dream cast crap when they start fighting all this realistic, like, it was weird. They always doing this stuff. So they're fighting and stuff, and look like things are happening, because it's funny. Like, how the fight started is that we see Nibutani in her, cheerleading outfit. Not to mention, by the way, she's still cheerleading while she's in this club, but she got her little twirly thingy. She throws on the ground. She sets some attack, and so like throwing around. I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen here? And so for some reason, Dekamori's like walks to it. She grabs her arm, like, that's a hard attack. I'm like, what? I was like, let's do it. And so the fight starts happening and stuff. But then the thing is, as they're like doing like a power struggle, that's when Dekamura ends up talking about the book, and so that made her weak. And she's like, "No, I don't want to hear the book. I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember," and stuff. She's trying to stupid and stuff. She couldn't handle it. And the thing is, she's kind of reverting back to herself for like our 8th grade syndrome days, where she started praying like, "Oh, please, please make some misfortune happen to her, please." But then he realizes that's not good. But then he ends up trying to comfort her. Togashi try to comfort Nibutani, saying he had the same thing going down and stuff, but it's not working. Apparently she's kind of mean. Like the way she actually is kind of mean. I was a little let down because I thought she was gonna be a nice girl, but she's like, "You're a loser," and just like, I don't know, she just you have the same exact problem. Togashi's exactly like you. It's just like, it's not even funny. Like that they have the same problems, and so at the end of the day, Nibutani is gonna stay in this club until she's able to get all the books back, apparently. That was her mission from the beginning. So she's going to have to stay in the group until she finds the books, which I don't think she's going to get all the books anyways. So this is going to be interesting, because I know she's going to have... Because I'm telling you, they're going to just go back into the 8th grade syndrome days where they're just going to start acting stupid like this. They're gonna revert back. And not to mention, you're probably going to be seeing some more people acting like this. I mean, there's a possibility. This might revert her in a way, or she might like this kind of... she might like herself of the 8th grade self before, instead of trying to making herself different, because that's what she did. She forced herself to be different, like what Togashi is doing right now. That's why I said they're exactly the same. They have the same exact problem. He's doing the same exact thing, and so it's like you guys are perfect match. Like don't be acting stupid, man. Just stop being so mean, Nibutani. That's all I can say. Because like I said, it's just very interesting that they had the same little motive, trying to basically fit in a sense, and not try to be like. Like Dekimori and Rika and stuff, because those they're crazy with their 8th grade syndrome stuff. So it's very interesting. I'm surprised she wrote the book. I'm just like, she's not gonna be able to get those books back. So I know some funny, more outrageous things are gonna happen in this show. I'm telling you, everybody's gonna try to revert back to that time, or at least they're gonna enjoy that time. They might have some fun now or something. We'll see probably something like that. I really see this happening later on in the episode. So I'm really looking forward to seeing more. My favorite part of this episode, I have to say, was when Togashi was reading the book and she started freaking out. It was funny because it reminded me of what he was doing. So it was really funny. Oh, the whole room scene was kind of just stupid because it was really, really, really retarded, because she's wrecking up everything. She's get back up. I was like, what the heck? So I like that part. I mean, everything I liked about this episode, but I don't know. I cracked up off of that, but. What's your favorite part of the episode? Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Like if you like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Shitai Demo Koi Shitai reviews from me. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, break out.